Hey, it's Benny. How's everyone doing? I'm hoping that everyone is doing well, that everyone is safe and sound, and that everyone is practicing social distancing as much as possible. If you or someone that you know has the virus or has been affected by the virus, I want to apologize. I will be thinking about you guys and hoping that if you do have the virus, or if someone that you know has the virus, that you guys have a speedy recovery. And if anyone has been affected, I do hope that there was no permanent damage and that everything gets better as quickly as possible. I do want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of the essential workers out there for basically keeping America running. I'm talking about first responders, I'm talking about doctors, I'm talking about nurses, I'm talking about grocery store clerks because they're the ones that have to help us give us our food. They have to make sure that the businesses that sell the food can sell us food, as well as truck drivers. Without them, we wouldn't have food in grocery stores. So thank you so much. And for anyone else that's an essential worker that I've left out, thank you so much for all that you are doing right now for keeping America running. I hope that you guys remain safe. May God watch over you and protect you all from the coronavirus. Um, so it's been a minute. It's been 3 to 4 weeks since I last recorded a video. A lot's happened, to tell you the truth. At least it feels like it to me. um, I've been so mentally exhausted these last few weeks. I felt so suffocated. So to expand on that, basically, ever since all of this coronavirus started, um, I have felt really pressured to work on some of my other New Year resolutions. And what I mean by that is basically one of my New Year's resolutions was to be more social. And that's all fine and dandy, except with everything being shut down, with the government recommending that we self-quarantine, no one's really wanting to hang out. No one's wanting to do things. And so I can't work on that New Year's resolution. So I said to myself, this is a perfect time to work on other resolutions. Well, I felt like I was pushing myself way too hard. I was trying to work on other resolutions and work on these videos. And whenever you come home late from work and you have a headache or, it mentally draining, you don't really want to do anything other than rest. And that's exactly what happened to me. All I wanted to do was just rest and relax on the days that I would come home late. Add that to the fact that I felt like I was pushing myself so hard that I didn't want to do these New Year's resolutions anymore. Like I was just fed up. I was like, no, 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 I'm done. I don't even want to do that. And then of course having to be quarantined or to stay home to avoid getting the virus. And then the cherry on top, missing my ex. For those of you who are just tuning in, I got out of a relationship December of last year, 2019, and I'm still reeling from it. I do want to point out that there is no disrespect to my ex. I think she's a wonderful person. Really, it was just differences in ideology. I hate to admit it, but that stuff does happen, and we just thought it was better this way. But I was cleaning my computer, trying to get more space on my hard drive, and I stumbled upon some old pictures of us, and that hit me in the feels. So, yeah, that definitely didn't help. So, I ended up thinking about my ex, and so all of that just was not a good combo. It really dragged me to a point where I just wasn't motivated, where I just didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to each day I wanted it to just be over. Do nothing other than do what was necessary. Like go to work, eat, go to bed, and then rinse and repeat. So I decided to take a break because I didn't want to get to the point where I just would give up on everything and not pick up where I left off. Like, I did not want to do that at all. I really wanted to keep up with my New Year's resolutions, but I just felt like I was so suffocated I needed to take a break. And that's what I did. And during my break, I got closer to God. I before I go any further, I do want to point out that I believe in God. If you don't believe in God, or if you believe in something else, that's totally fine. I'm not here to make a sales pitch. I'm not here to recommend that you follow God. Well, that came out wrong. I do recommend people follow God, but I'm not here to promote that. I'm just merely stating that I believe in God. If you don't believe in God, or if you believe in something else, that's totally fine. I'm all about diversity as long as you respect my belief. So that being said, I guess I can continue. But during my break, I wanted to get closer to God. I started reading the Bible a little bit more. I wish I read it a little more than what I had done, but I did read the Bible more than I initially expected, so that was good. I basically practiced what in El Salvador is considered Holy Week. I think they do that everywhere if you're Catholic. But I know in El Salvador it's such a big deal, and you basically do stuff throughout the week that leads up to Good Friday and Easter. So I partook in that. Is partook a word? Was it partaked? No, it's not partake. That just sounds funny. I participated. There we go. That's the word I want to use because I know I'm using that correctly. I participated in practicing Holy Week. And so I definitely got closer to God. I feel better. Between that and playing some Animal Crossing, like, I just found serenity. Like, I felt better. And yes, before I go any further, I do play Animal Crossing. I never played the first two. I never played the one on the GameCube, and then the one that was on the DS. I think it's called New Leaf. I never played those two, and I never really thought that Animal Crossing was my type of game, but a lot of people recommended New Horizons, and I got it, and I love it. It's so relaxing. It helped ease things when, all the mental stuff was going on. All the mental suffocation was going on. And then, of course, the flip side was God, getting closer to God. That definitely brought me back down to earth. That made me open my heart. That made me feel better. So, and now here I am, back in the saddle, ready to go. I guess now is a good time to mention, if you're in the same boat that I am, if you feel like you're suffocated because you just don't have the will to work on your New Year's resolutions anymore, or the quarantine has got you down and out, like, take a break. Don't push yourself. Don't rush. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Part of doing New Year's resolutions is to do stuff that you know you want to do. But don't force yourself to do it to the point where you feel miserable doing it. Like, that's the thing. You don't want to feel miserable doing it. Now, there's times where you feel lazy and you got to say, no, you got to do this. So for me, working out, there's times where I was lazy before, all of this occurred. And I would tell myself, no, you've got to do it, Benny. You've got to do it. You're the only one that can do it. A lot of people can motivate you. A lot of people can cheer you on. But you're the only one that has the willpower to say, I'm going to do it. And that's the same with everyone. You're the only person that can force yourself to do it. On the other hand, if you force yourself too many times and you just feel so frustrated or even anxious to do whatever you need to do, be it work out or practice singing or whatever your resolution is, if it gets to the point where you start to feel anxious, that's when you know you need to take a break. You need to dial it back a notch. The book that I read earlier this year, The Obstacle is the Way, like the author even mentions that yes, it's important to take a break at times. Like if you're going through a breakup and you start missing your ex and you're not sure what to do, like it just bogs you down, just stop, be aware of where you're at, and be thankful of what you've got, and take a break. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, even a month. I mean, my break was almost a month. So I'd be a hypocrite if I said, you can't take a break for a month. Seriously, if you feel suffocated, if you feel like you need to take a break, take a break. No one's going to judge you. It's important for you to limit yourself on what you can and can't do. So no judgment, take a break. Because the thing about it is you can pick up where you left off. I had a boss once tell me, no one can ever take your education. And this same ideology applies to progress. Like no one can take away your progress. If you feel like you need to take a break, take a break. Come back to it when you feel like you're ready to come back to it. The important thing is that you don't make this an infinite break. Like you've got to come back at some point. But do it when you finally get that willpower to want to do it again. Oh yeah, I really want to work out. Oh yeah, I really want to learn how to play this instrument. Or oh yeah, I really want to learn how to draw. That kind of stuff. When that yearning comes back, that's when you know you got to get back on the saddle. And even if that yearning doesn't come back, push yourself slowly each and every day. Okay, I said I was going to work out. I need to work out. I didn't work out today. Okay, I need to keep pushing myself to the point where I really want to work out. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to fall into what would be considered an infinite break. And you're going to psych yourself out and think, oh crap, I've got to start all over. When we take a break, we have a tendency to understand that we're picking up where we left off once we're done with our break. Whereas if you take a quote unquote infinite break, well, you're going to get to the point where you're not even going to know where you left off, or you're going to feel like you're so far gone, or you haven't done this in such a long time that it's just easier to start over. So it's important to pick up where you left off once you finally get that willpower to keep going. When you take a break, you don't take steps backwards. You just stay where you are until you're ready to start. It's like a video game. So don't feel pressured that you've got to keep going. If you feel suffocated, take a break. Get all your ducks in a row. And then once you're ready, take off. I promise you'll be happier. I know I'm happier. So I know that you can do it. And if you need to take a break, go for it. I know I sound like a broken record, but I think a lot of people don't realize that taking breaks is okay. So I want to make sure that that's I don't know, ingrained? Is that a word? Ingrained? I want to make sure that that's in your head, that it's stuck in your head, and that whenever you go to sleep tonight, you're thinking, I can take a break. It can't be an infinite break, but if I absolutely need to take a break, I will. I think that's pretty much it for today. I don't really have much. I thought I had something, but I don't. So I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully I won't be taking any breaks anytime soon. My goal is to start uploading videos again. Excuse me. My goal is to start uploading videos again and just basically pick up where I left off, like I said. At some point, I want to do a fire breathing video, just because I haven't done it in such a long time, and I'm really that willpower to breathe fire. It's slowly winning me over. So that might be happening sooner than I think it's going to happen. So, anyway, This is Benny signing off. I will see you guys next time. Until then, please stay safe. Please practice social awareness. Please practice social distancing for those who are sick. I will be thinking about you, and I will be praying for a quick recovery, and I will be praying for no permanent damage whatsoever. Wishing everyone good health, good fortune, and happiness. Just good vibes all around.